In Asia Rising, we study the rise of industrial Asia, specifically looking at Japan, China, and Korea. And we look at the cultural underpinnings of growth, so values and philosophies around parenting and education. And then we look at political systems and trade relationships. So some highlights are country profile research that we do. We investigate the story of our stuff and look at the story behind the products that we buy from China. And we have recently finished a security simulation, a 6-party talk, trying to resolve the nuclear crisis on the Korean Peninsula.
We talk about the basic tenets of Islam. We study the origins of the religion with Muhammad and the Quran. We talk a little bit about Islamic mysticism, which is called Sufism. And then we spend the last half of the semester looking at 19th and 20th century issues dealing with the rise of radical Islam, some of the issues associated with the Arab uprisings that have been going on the last couple of years.
It's a class that tries to understand different parts of the world from the inside out, so trying to understand countries on their own terms. And then we also deal with international issues such as climate change, energy, and movement of peoples across borders.
It's all year long, both semesters, because in the fall we look at microeconomics, so you learn about supply and demand, personal finance, how to do stock investing, how to save for college, but also how do businesses run, how to make their decisions, why do certain things cost so much in the stores, how do prices get determined. And then in the spring semester we'll look at macroeconomics, the whole country, the whole globe, and what is unemployment, inflation, why are some people in America poor, why are some countries still poor, what can President Obama and Congress do. Lots of great questions that I think you'll be fascinated by, so come join economics full-year history elective.
Art history of the West and also the world at large.
It is a course about social movements, about student activism, about civil rights, about women's rights, about the early environmental movement, about gay rights. It is a course about music, it's about film, it's about Vietnam and the anti-war protests. If you take 1968, you're going to learn a lot about the country America became after World War II and how that's influenced the country we are today.